The important thing that I have learned through the years is that I can control my thoughts when needed. And in this video, I will teach you everything I have learned so far. Scientists say that we humans generate over 70,000 thoughts a day. And to be honest, I think that's an understatement. The world we live in is constantly bombarding us with information from every direction. Information that our brain absorbs and uses as fuel for our thoughts. Some of that information and the thoughts generated are good for us, but many are not. Too much is too much, because all the stimuli our brains receive can cause us to get paralyzed when it comes to thinking positive thoughts and making decisions that lead us towards our goals. And to make matters worse, we don't only think positive thoughts. Not at all. Most of our thoughts are negative or at least limiting. And that can cause us anxiety and in a worst case scenario make us depressed. In evolution, our brain was wired in a way that it wants to keep us safe. Our brain thinks that the status quo is good and change is bad. So it's no surprise that your inner voice is messing up your good intentions when trying to make a positive decision and taking action. Too many thoughts and we freeze and do nothing. And that is why it's vital to clear our mind on a regular basis with meditation and mindfulness exercises. Hi, my name is Christopher Norberg. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I produce content on personal development. Today we are going to talk about why people tend to overthink everything and doing so sabotage their good intentions of making decisions and getting things done. I myself have a very strong internal voice. An internal voice that can be very harsh and negative at its worst, but also demanding in a positive way so that I make good decisions and most of all act towards my goals. The important thing that I have learned through the years is that I can control my thoughts when needed. And in this video, I will teach you everything I have learned so far. So how to stop overthinking then? Next, I will give you 3 pointers on how you can calm down your brain and thoughts, minimize negative self-talk and achieve a mindset where you just don't think of doing things, but take immediate and massive action towards achieving your goals. So let's get into it. Point number 1. Clear your mind with meditation. A vital part of controlling your thoughts is to first empty your mind totally. And the best way to do that is to meditate and do mindfulness exercises every day. When you first start meditating, you might find that your thoughts are all over the place and you feel even more frustrated with your thinking than before starting these exercises. That is totally normal, so start with baby steps. The first week, meditate 5 minutes. The second week, 10. And the third week, you can work your way up to 20 minutes. Because to learn how to meditate and empty your mind, you must practice. It normally takes about 3 to 4 weeks before you start noticing a change. Soon the exercises are no more frustrating and instead you are looking forward to doing them. So remember that practice makes perfect. You can also practice meditation out in the woods when you are walking. Just set your mind to concentrate on everything that is happening outside of you instead of being like a zombie and wandering around lost in your own thoughts. Point number 2. Spend less time on social media. As I said, we humans have about 70,000 different thoughts a day. Add to that the massive bombardment of information, mostly negative, we inhale every day from social media, so it's no wonder that we feel a little overwhelmed every now and then. Last time I checked the stats on my iPhone, I spent over 3 hours a day on different social media apps. Okay, part of that is my work as a content creator, but still, many of us, me and you included, would feel much better cutting down that time to 2 or even 1 hour a day, and use the rest of the time meditating or doing something productive, like working towards our goals. Please also remember that many of the apps and social media channels that we use are built in a way that make us addicted to scroll the content every minute. Sadly, most of that content is toxic and not good for our mental health. If you don't believe, start reading the comments that people make when someone has achieved something in life. It's hard to believe that there is so much anger, envy and negative thoughts in the world. Point number 3. Take immediate and massive action. Many of you fall into the trap that you think that just thinking about doing something equals doing it in real life. And I totally understand. Many of us like to gather an endless amount of information so that we feel secure when the time comes to make a decision and take action. The problem is that if you think about starting a business, it sadly isn't the same thing as taking action and starting that business in reality. That is why it's important to understand that the information in itself is useless if you don't put that information into use. I myself am known for taking immediate and massive action when the time is right. Before starting this YouTube channel, I made plans for a while. But when I finally made that decision to start, that meant taking immediate and massive action, and I haven't looked back since. Do or do not, there is no try, as Yoda says. So there you have it, 3 pointers on how to stop overthinking and taking massive and immediate action. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new from it that you can implement in your own life. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.